I'm a bit surprised at the responses coming in about this question on both at Facebook on KZOZ and the Jeff and Jeremy Facebook. Andrew writes in. And he says, hey, guys, I was just wondering what many people would think about this. So he wants us to crowdsource it for him, but he doesn't want to attach his name to it so everybody can see what's going on. The other day, I decided to come home for lunch because I had some extra time. When I arrived, I saw the gardener swimming in my pool in his underwear.
Okay.
It's hot out, he's doing some work. He wants to freshen up.
Yeah.
They're
like swim trunks.
I needed to get back to the office and didn't want to deal with any conflict, so I just made something real quick and acted like I didn't see him. He works for a bigger landscape company. Should I call his boss and say something, or should I just let it slide?
Oh, he wants our advice?
Thanks, Andrew.
Well, I mean,
what would you do in this situation?
If he's asking us, then maybe he has a problem with it. I don't have a problem with this. I mean, it's hot. The guy's, is he getting his gardening work done?
Swimming in his underwear.
But is he getting his gardening work done?
It doesn't say.
See, if he,
I'm
as long as
so.
he's getting his gardening
I'm
work done.
assuming so.
And I don't care.
He didn't bring it up.
I would probably offer it to him, to be honest with you. I mean, anytime somebody comes over.
Hey, you're feeling hot, strip down your underwear and jump in my swimming pool? That's what you're going to say?
Well, it doesn't matter. Underwear's like swim trunks. There's no difference.
Possibly.
He could be naked. I would rather him have his underwear on than be naked in case my wife came home or my kids.
On a 95-degree day? And I'm just assuming it was a 95
There's chlorine in the pool. It kills all that kind of stuff.
Sweaty-ass gardener in a 95-degree day. How many other stops he's done before that?
Your kid's little friend's probably come over and piss in the pool.
Going to jump in that pool.
No, I don't have a problem with this at all. As long as he's getting his work done, hey, go ahead. Help yourself. Cool off.
So you're not going to say anything about it?
Are you the kind of guy, you're probably the kind of guy that doesn't offer somebody when they come over to do work something to drink.
Listen, I would.
First thing I do. Can I get you guys something to drink while you're here?
Let me just back up because I'm saying, I'm kind of playing devil's advocate here because I'm going to say that realistically, like, yes, I might want to do something about it, but when it came down to brass tacks, I'd be like, it was once. Now, if it happened time and time again, I don't know if I'd be cool with it. But if I only saw him once doing it, but if he's doing it once, how many other times has he done it?
I don't have a problem.
I'll never have a pool, so I don't.
Like I said, I probably would have said, "Hey, man, it's hot." If I would have came home and saw him, like, "Hey, if you need to jump in the pool, go right ahead."
You would. You'd offer it up.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Why is it weird? It's a swimming pool. It's not like he's coming into my house and just didn't ask, came into my house, took a big crap. But if I was home and he had to use the bathroom, I'd let him do that.
Well,
I mean, he's not a stranger. He's not a guy.
He wouldn't have to do it in your toilet because he could just go in the pool. He's already got carte blanche in the pool.
No, well, if he's doing that, he's not allowed in the pool.
So Baby Ruth.
But everybody's not allowed in the pool.
We got lots of responses on this question over on our Facebook. So what would you do if you came home early and found your gardener swimming in your swimming pool? That's the question that we asked.
Allison says Hannah Mattel. There you go, Allison.
Patrick got the funniest joke out the bat. He goes, she lives there too. If my wife can swim if she wants to.
Ba-boom! Bada-boom!
How often does this take place? If he's using the pool, what other things could he be using? Taking liberties with your personal belongings? Does he ever get crazy with the pool noodle in the backyard? You know what the pool noodle is?
Yeah. My parents have the super noodle.
Well, what's that?
It's like, instead of being the regular size, it's like 4 times the size. It's like this big. It's like a log. And you sit up a little bit higher.
So it's pool noodle for fat guys?
Yeah. You beat me to it.
Not for kids?
Normally I would have to have 2 noodles to be comfortable.
Okay.
With this, I just need 1.
Wow. Sold at Costco, probably, right?
I don't know where they got it. Something like that. I'm sure you can get them at Costco.
Sam's Club, Walmart.
I don't know. They only had 2, and I'm sure if they were at Costco, you had to buy like 6 or something like that, a 6-pack.
That's true. If you found your gardener swimming in your swimming pool, what would you do? Scott writes in, he said, I'd be pretty stoked because that means I have a pool and a garden.
I have my favorite answer. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Most everybody said it would, Hannah Mattel, see if he wants a beer, would have no problem with it.
Not Crystal. Crystal said that she would fire him.
Crystal's the one that made us cookies.
Yeah.
When we went to deliver flowers to her significant other. She's the nicest lady ever, but yet she's dropping the hammer on this guy. Fire him.
Fire him. But
What are we firing him for?
because, and it speaks to what I was saying, okay? If he's comfortable enough to use the pool, what other things at your house is he comfortable enough to use?
With the garden hose?
Well, I don't know. Whatever you have outside. I mean,
What, the barbecue? Is he going to break his burgers and
I don't
make
know
lunch?
what Andrew has outside at his house, okay? But if you're swimming in somebody's pool without their permission, no, you're taking liberties at that point in time. I mean, if I were Andrew, I would at least put a call into the company he works for and say, hey, it doesn't really bother me all that much.
Oh, you can't do this. You get the guy fired.
It doesn't really bother me all that much, but just so
It's going to bother you when they fire him?
But if he's doing it there, he could be doing it other places.
Who
the
cares?
company needs to
It's
be
Paso. It's hot.
the company needs to be aware of it. He said North County.
Or whatever.
I mean, I know Andrew's a very common name, so I just don't want to, I mean, you just limited it to one town of 40,000 people.
Let's grab a call. Go ahead. What did you want to say?
Listen, you know what? Honestly, I don't really care if he swims in my pool. He's hot. He's working hard. However, the question leads to be, in this day and age, liability if he hurts himself. I mean, that's just, unfortunately, we live in that society now, and he hurts himself or something, and I haven't given him permission, but am I still off the hook liability-wise? I don't know. Is there a fence around the pool? Did he jump a fence? He had permission to go through the fence? Otherwise, hey, have at it, dude. I don't care. You're right. There's tons of chlorine in the pool. It'll clean the pool. The kids pee in the pool all the time, but liability, I would be concerned.
It's another thing to think of.
Thanks.
I didn't.
Well, there is something I didn't think about. That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, he slips and falls, sues you for using your pool. And you're like, well, you didn't, I think it'd be right to use my pool. But, the liability comes on to you as the homeowner. You're going to shoulder that liability? And there's lots of things to take into consideration here outside of the fact that somebody's swimming in his chonies, by the way, is what Andrew said. He was swimming in his underwear in his pool.
Mary writes in, she says, I swim with my gardener all the time. It was a part of his package deal.
Oh. Look at that.
Thanks for hanging on. Oh, okay.
Friends with benefits.
543-3693. Did he pee in the pool?
Nobody knows.
No, but you don't know.
You'll never know.
Because I don't think that pee in the pool die thing is a real thing. I think that was made up for that movie with Adam Sandler.
What?
What are you talking?
I don't even know what you're
not even a
talking
hoax.
about.
It's a where you pee in the pool and then it turns a different color around you.
I've not heard of this.
You've never heard of this legend? It's not a legend. What would that be called? It's
Urban legend?
I guess an urban legend that if you pee in a pool and they use a certain type
Summer legend?
of chlorine or something they put in the water, it will change the color of the water around you.
I don't know. Last year I was at the water park and the kiddie pool. Like the kiddie pool is a cesspool. Okay, I mean it is just nothing but kids. Some of them
gross.
Some of them in diapers. Okay, and they evacuated the kiddie pool for like 20 minutes to take care of an issue where they had to clean and sanitize everything.
Well, I worked at a water park in college one summer, and I know they test that water every 30 minutes. They have a test kit. They just take a little bit of sample, they take it in the back, they put it in a machine or something, they add something to it, and it'll tell them right away if it's safe or not safe.
If
everybody's peeing in the pool, they got to get everybody out of the pool.
Wow.
I saw that happen once, and then the second time I saw that happen was Baby Ruth floating in the in the pool.
On Caddyshack?
A real Baby Ruth.
Oh, no.
Hi, go ahead.
Hey, this is Merrill, the handyman.
Hey, buddy.
Merrill, what's
Hey,
going on?
Merrill.
Hey, I got a swimming pool, and I think the issue is permission. If they got permission first, have at it. If they don't have permission, stay out of my pool.
Well, that's what he's writing in for, because he didn't give the guy permission. He just came home and the guy was in his pool.
I would just talk to the guy himself. I wouldn't go to his boss. I wouldn't want to get him fired. And just say, hey, ask me first. You're welcome to use the pool. Otherwise, stay the heck out.
So you
of
would
it.
have confronted him right there in his skivvies. I mean, you talk about having the upper hand in the conversation. You're talking to a man in his underwear that's in a place that he's not supposed to be. I mean, you would definitely dominate that conversation.
And that's coming from a red-blooded, blue-collar American, Merrill, the handyman. He knows what it's like.
Handyman.
He does have to work.
He does jobs. Have you ever swum in somebody's pool, Merrill?
What's that?
Have you ever swum in somebody's pool because it's so hot and you were like working on a job?
When I was a kid in Goleta, we used to go from pool to pool down at the college until we got kicked out.
Hey, I'm no better than this handyman or anybody else, this gardener, because, there was a wine festival that we snuck into a pool once. We weren't even staying at the hotel, and we had our fill of the wine and the heat, and we all just snuck in the pool and did it in our skivvies.
Hotel is different than somebody's personal residence, okay? Hotel is like, okay, you spent, $100 a night to be there. It is open to anybody that's spent $100 a night to be there. I feel like sneaking into a hotel pool is much different than sneaking into a person's residence. And granted, he had permission to be there because he was doing work, but still, he did not have permission to use the pool.
Thanks for the call, Meryl. Appreciate it. 805-543-3693 to join the program anytime. Those are the 805 lines. You can call or text on that.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. 93.3 KZOZ rocks.
Have a good morning.